Okay, so well, ladies and gentlemen, finally here we are coming back with the day 2, where we are with the Liquid Esports presents Europe region finals, and here we are coming up with first match of the day, and the map is clearly sorted out. It's the by default map of Wrangle, and what we talk about the fly path. Well, fly path start from those northeastern parts of the region and will end towards those southwestern part. A pretty much a decent diagonal fly path to watch out, and obviously teams and players will choose some decent drop rotations, drop clashes as well. But apart from those things, if we talk about some major ones, well, it could be farm, Milta, military base, as well as Livpoka is also a region to worry out, where we could see some eagerly some mentally drop clashes. But what we talk about the Milta region, well, Milta is also a region to worry out, where we could see a number of drop clashes. But before we start, I'll request each and everyone to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream, and please do show your support, guys, because your support becomes very much important for the teams as well, for the organization to bring some back-to-back events, some back-to-back tournaments as well. But right now, if we talk about Yasnaya Polyana, well, there you go. Team number 8 is totally initiated in this fight, and it almost seems like a 4v4, which is gonna be very much terrifying and very much clusterifying for the team. And there may be some issues, there may be some glitches. Right now 15 teams and 55 players can be seen. 1.5 minutes is almost over. There he gets the golden box. He'll also get some golden loots. Right now on to the other end, team number 18 playing with one man disadvantage. They're really looking in a trouble. They are really looking in a clusters. Onto the other end, team number 16, those 4 men standing, having not any finish point yet. They're almost on top 15 teams, top 55 live players, and 2.5 minutes are almost over. So pretty decent time is almost ending out. But at those western parts of the region, team number 17, they are looking in a great start to watch out. They're looking in a great end to move forward. 2.5 minutes is almost over. Onto the northern ends, what we talk about Yasnaya Polyana, this region is looking very much clusterifying. This region is looking very much challenging to move forward, but it's not gonna be that easy. It's not gonna be that crucial as well. You should temperament the regions. But as per the zone, as per the drop clash, as per the the rotations, right now the current position is very much simple to watch out. 15 teams, 55 players, as we can see, are totally surviving here right now. And it's gonna be pretty much crucial, and it's gonna be pretty much decent for the teams and players as well. But western part still a region to worry out. 3.5 minutes are almost over. What we talk about, we talk about Novo Ripnoi, and this is a region to worry out. 3.5 minutes is almost over, and now you guys need to get those finishes point as well. In front of them, it's team number 2 of Liquid 5 eSports itself. And it's Sabrina, Mew, Shasha, 4 men standing. They haven't secured any finish point yet. They are on top 15 teams, top 55 alive players. In front of them, it's with DBS. GB Beater moving forward with the DBS into his hand. Not gonna be that much easy, but getting a lot of confidence, and finally that headshot, he'll get a knock and he'll finally get eliminated as well. But on to the other end, we talk about Liquid 5 eSports other players. Well, they are also looking in danger because they are trapped out by team GBE. They're trying to create some plotting and planning skills as well. 15 teams, 54 players, 4.5 minutes is almost over. Pretty much decent time is getting over. And on to the other end, what we talk about the rotation clashes. Well, there may be some rotation clashes. On to the other end, what we talk about BJK, Feezer, Athena, Zerog, Contra. Well, these are the 4 players standing, not having any finish point yet. 15 teams as well as 54 players are standing right now. Shabana, Sabrina, well, last player standing for the team. The whole responsibility, the whole pressure is on her shoulder. With that AKM getting that first knock, she would be getting some confidence, but there comes the phenomenal approach and phenomenal communication and coordination by team GBE, and finally they will get this fight, they will win this fight, and the first fight of the day and the first fight of the match is won by team GBE. But this is just the start. As we can see, 5 minutes are only over. 14 teams and 51 players, well, they are still surviving on. So let's get ready for those fight, and let's get ready for those upgradation as well. Talking about the southern parts of the region, team number 18, well, looking very much strong and very much lethal on to the other end to watch out. 5.5 minutes is almost getting over. Team number 8 also looking in a great stance, also looking in a great way to hold forward. But yes, Napolina, it's a pretty much decent region. Talking about well, team number 18, well, they're also on a great hold, they're also in a great position. There could be some surprises, there could be some surprise attack as well, but it's gonna be very much crucial and timely. And there comes the Fairleys. I was talking about surprises, and there comes the surprise attack, which I was explaining some unphenomenal spray, and that M416 with suppressed, I think, assault, that was very much phenomenal to watch out. But 6 minutes is over. He'll get that one pick, and he'll also get a lot of confidence into his hand. 14 teams, 50 players are still surviving down the line, but it's not going to be that much easy. The competition will increase time by that competition will increase time by time, and the difficulties will also be increased time by time. So let's see how will the players, how will the teams move forward, and what will be their results as well. But on to the other end, and we talk about the northern parts of the region, well, Yasna Poliana is still a region to worry out. We can see number of drop clashes there as well. 6.5 minutes is almost over. Talking about the southern parts of the region, this is also a very crucial hold. This is also a very crucial momentum to chase out, and let's see how will they move forward. But on to the other end, what we talk about the drop clashes, well, team RE, they are totally ready for that drop clash. Let's see how will they move forward. 7.5 minutes is almost getting over. But on to the other end, it's 1-3. Messi still waiting on Kazuki, and Ishini is still surviving down the line. 7.5 minutes is almost getting over. But the rotation clash, what we were talking about, is still not back in action. They still are moving forward, they still are rotating down. But onto the other end, southern part looking very much clusterizing, southern part looking very much challenging. think you need to be very much, now you need to be very much ready for the game. Now you need to be very much ready for those fights, because there comes the second zone shift, and this is what we were talking about. This is what we were waiting for, a perfect zone shift toward those eastern parts of the region, and each team, each player will be moving towards that zone shrink, obviously. And there could be a lot of consistent fight, there could be a lot of consistent sprays as well. But onto the other end, team number 17, they're also looking in a great hold, to watch out. Some rotation clashes are be given in front of them. It's team number 6, they are also looking very decent and very probably good to hold forward. But zone central part, team number 19 not looking in that same condition. But REG Logica, Futoba, Sonia and Leora Ichi, they are still waiting on, and it's gonna be very much difficult. Talking about the southern part, well, they are moving very slowly and very kindly, but northern part, it's looking a little bit challenging and crucial for the teams and players as well. Let's see how they play off. Some amazing F16 tracing are being done, some amazing sprays are being used right now, and this could be difficult, this could be challenging for the team in front of them. Team number 17 is totally ready and initiated to take this fight. Gonna be a little bit difficult, but southern part, well, I believe teams need to be very much ready. 9.5 minutes is almost over. Talking about LME system, he is also very much ready. And moving forward, what we talk about the zone central parts, well, Rise, if I talk about Rise, Cupcake, Fever and Cakes, well, these three players are standing right now, and it's gonna be pretty much difficult and challenging. But there are more multiple fights. What we talk about, team number 18 is also trying to initiate some fights at those southern parts of the region, and gonna be very much crucial, gonna be very much challenging for the team in front of them. It's El Nisa, Nile and Niante. Well, these are the three players still standing down there, and they will try to get some more finishes point. Lobby is looking very much sophisticated, it's looking very calm, composed, not trying to engage that much fight. They are more eager to go for that position point, and it will extend the game a lot. The gunfight, the rotation clashes, it will be decreasing. The number of rotation clashes and the number of gunfights will be decreasing a lot, and this could be pretty much difficult as well. 10 to 11 minutes is almost over. Talking about south eastern parts of the region, team number 5 looking very much ready. In front of them, it's team RE as well. Well, it's totally looking like a 4v4 scenario. 14 teams and 49 players are still surviving. Well, 14 teams, 49 players are still standing out. And if we talk about the time, almost 12 minutes is over, a pretty much good decent time. It's almost getting on. Talking about team number 5, they're also looking in a great hold. Team RE looking very strong, trying to initiate some more fights. Engagement is done from their side, which is totally very progressive and very aggressive to watch out. But it's not gonna be that much easy. It's not gonna be that much crucial as well. Because if we talk about the time period, 12 minutes is almost over, a very basic time period. You have to do your looting period, you have to do also rotation clashes, and this could be crucial. There comes the phenomenal spray, BB Venture. Finally, he is trying to create some more wealth. The first opening pick is done by team number 5, and it was a great start to watch out. But there comes the zone shrink as well. Team number 11 looking very much strong, looking very much progressive. Team number 18, well, using that bicycle onto their side, and it has a great speed, and you're utilizing it very carefully, very nicely. But you also need to get inside the zone. Only rotation clashes, or backdrop clashes, or will not work a lot. You should also get those areas we could win fights, but now it's finally looking like a 1v1. He'll get one pick, he's moving for the second one. There comes the phenomenal spray from behind. So Tuba will he's getting some sprays. 13 minutes is almost over. Utuba is still waiting on, and Itachi, if I talk about this player, so well, I totally agree. He is also looking very much strong, very much chaotic enough to get this fight, to get this momentum right now, right here. But how will they move forward? How will they maintain the progression and holding? This is also very much important to watch out. Oh, 13 teams, 41 players. As we can see, are still surviving. One finish point has been secured by team number 6. Pretty much decent start to watch out. But we talk about Prison. Prison is also looking very much challenging for the teams and players. Almost 15 minutes is over. A very decent time period is getting off, and it is getting dominated out. But what we talk about Mansion, well, Mansion is also looking very much challenging for the teams and players as well. Talking about the wooden regions, which is occupied by team number 15. They're also looking at a stage where we could worry a lot, where we could get challenges a lot. But how will be they facing these challenges into their terms? This is also a region to worry out. It's also an area to challenge out. But on to the other end, if we talk about team number 20, well, they're also looking very much strong. They're also looking very much holdable and progressive right now, right in this game. But this is not it. What we were talking about, you need to worry a lot, you need to maintain the progression a lot, and by this you could get some more finishes point and some more place point. But there comes the zone news shrink. 15 minutes is almost over. Pretty much good, decent time is getting sophisticated, which is totally that much required. But on to the other end, if we talk about the southeastern part, GBE, Lucy, Arrowhead, Purple and Hitter, these 4 players are still standing out. Western part looking very much difficult and very much chaotic. 13 teams, 41 players are still surviving. We'll wait for the zone shrink, but until then, teams and players are moving very much slowly and very much steadily. There are teams of 41 players, as we can see, are still surviving down the line. And new zone shrink is finally formed out toward those southern parts of the region. Milta is looking very much challenging and difficult for the teams and players as well. Talking about team number 11, getting those synchronized plays around the zone is always a region to worry out. And let's see how will they perform out, and how will they able to get those position inside the zone. Team number 11 I think they are finally getting those rotation on those right angles, but team number 14, gatekeeping scenarios could be created. Some gatekeeping areas could be multiplied right now, and it's not gonna be that much easy. But what we talk about, team number 19, well, they are totally ready for the fight down the ground. Team number 8, nice. Team number 9. 19 versus 9, pretty much decent task to watch out. There comes the phenomenal spray. The first opening knock is given by team number 9, and this is the start. What we were talking about, this is the progression what we were getting off. Northeastern path is still looking very much challenging, very much crucial. At the same time, 17 and a half minutes is almost looking over. 13 teams, so 38 players are still surviving down, and team number 9, well, they are looking very much lethal right now and living in a very much characterized phase to watch out. But the next zone shrink, I think this is totally into the favors of each and every team. 13 teams, 38 players are surviving down. 18 to 19 minutes is almost over. Talking about the zone central part, looking very much crucial, looking very much challenging. In front of them, it's team number 9 still waiting down, but there could be some multiple fights as well. Team number 11, well, if we talk about this team, they were trying to backstab, but now some backstabbings and gatekeeping scenarios. The sandwich is done by that to team number 11, and Nelle has been taken down. Nisa, and it's Niastam. The last one was standing. Some phenomenal space has been taken down, but there comes the open ground shots, and he has been taken down. And team number 6 is that team which are getting some phenomenal picks as well. Well, totally on to the another end. If we talk about the northern parts of the region, well, northern parts of the region is still looking very much crustalifying. It's still looking very much challengifying for the teams and players as well. 19 and a half minutes is almost getting over. If we talk about team REL, they're also looking in a great phase to watch out. It's Leoral CHI. He's still waiting on the last player standing for the team. 19 and a half minutes is almost getting over. A new zone shrink has been formed out. It's team number 16 who's looking very much strong. In front of them, it's team number 10 with a great hold and a great positioning to maintain out. Northwestern part, still a doable region to worry. And what if we talk about team number 14, well, there are 3 men standing with those 0 finishes point into their favor. If we talk about the northeastern region by team number 6, they are also looking in a great stance, a great progression to watch out. Down the ground is another team, it's team number 5, it's team number 9 holding a great phase. But new zone shrink, it could be very much challenging, it could be very much crucial. As we can see, 20 minutes, as we can see, 20 minutes is almost getting over, and each team, each player will get that progressive game, will get that progressive approach. Right now, talking about team number 8, and some tap shots are being done onto those northeastern parts. Team number 6, they are also looking in a great phase, great hold to watch out. Team number 16, they are still waiting on 4 men standing. They are not having any finish point, and 28 players, 10 teams on average. Each team would be consisting 3 players on its own, but this clearly states that players and teams are coming with that man advantage. And the last player standing, purple, is still standing out with those 10 finishes point. 10 teams, 28 players, they are moving very much forwardly with that vehicle. If this push works out or this revival works out, this could be the game-changing, game-turning point for the day. And there comes the phenomenal space, looking like a 1v1 EMP45 in hand. Purple is barely surviving those few HP. Not gonna be that easy, but let's see how they play off. It's almost 21 and 22 minutes are over, but I don't think it's gonna be that much easy. EMP45 is a pretty much decent weapon. Well, the first most option you should have, that you should get those heal up, and you did the mistake, and finally you'll get eliminated. 9 teams, 24 players. Talking about the northern parts of the region, number 24 very much strong. It's in front of them, team number 9. They're losing their players one by one, and they haven't secured any finish point yet. This is also a region to worry out. And also a region to chase out, but beneath those things, 23 minutes is almost getting over. In front of them, it's team number 4. They're also looking very much strong, and team number 6, we talk about this team as well. I think they're also on a pretty much good hold to maintain out. So let's see how they move forward. But what we talk about team GSL, it's than RSO, Shofty, Rad, and Ofty 9. They are still waiting on 22 to 23 minutes is almost getting over. But some phenomenal fights are also being done, and there comes the amazing spray inside those smoke covers. Players are playing phenomenally. 6 teams, 16 players on an average. Each team will consisting 3 players with those man advantages. This battle is gonna be very much crucial and very much challenging, and it's been a bit difficult for each and every team that which team will get that winner chicken dinner. It's also very much a challenging task to watch out. But southern part, this team is totally surpassed by team number 16. 5 teams, 15 players. Western part is still pretty much difficult, secured by team number 18. Well, between these things, I'll request my audience to please go do hit that like button, guys. Subscribe the channel, share the stream. Some phenomenal sprays are being done by team number 18. 4 teams, 9 players. The average ratio of our live players looks like almost 2 players in each team, which is very much difficult because you could get some surprises. You could get some attacks. Talking about team number 18. They are looking in that great hold and that great progression. Team number 16 also having those man advantage. Team number 14 also having those upper hand advantage, looking very much strong. In front of them, it's team number 18 not looking in a great stage. Yagi and XP are still waiting down the line, and if we talk about Venom, he's also waiting there with those 1 finishes point. 4 teams, 9 players, as we can see they are still waiting down. Talking about team number 18, they're in a great hold, and there comes the phenomenal grenade. Finally has been taken down. Yagi, the last player, the lone ranger surviving for the team. A bigger responsibility is on her shoulder. Let's see how she play that role. But team number 14, it was 2 men strong advantage and 7 finishes point, looking in a great buffer to win this game, and a new zone shrink would be forming in just a while, almost in 7 seconds, and some gatekeeping scenarios could also be maintained. Onto those another end, if we talk about it's our 13 Liam, he's that solo player standing who is outside of the zone for the team. And no, he's not a solo player, he's the last lone ranger surviving for the whole team. It's very much difficult for him to get inside the zone, and even challenging, but he's looking very much lucky and very much crucial. And finally, I think he'll get eliminated by the zone formation itself, and it's a 1v2v3 scenario. Some amazing shots have been taken by Yagi. The position is totally revealed. A 1v2v3 scenario, it's gonna be very entertaining. And if I talk about the last player, GST of 5-9, he's that solo player standing with those 7 finishes point, and in front of them it's team number 18. 1 good hand grenade, 1 golden hand grenade, and totally this game is in the hand of team number 18, but it was not on point. It should be on vehicles, and vehicle explosion could also take a part. The 2v3 scenarios looks like it does, but the possibilities are always there. And finally, the counter attack is being done. Team number 16 who are having man advantages, not looking in a great dominating approaches, because they have only secured those 2 finishes point. But the team having those 2 men strong advantage, having 7 finishes point, and the team with that solo man having those 4 finishes point, and the pressure is maximally on team number 14 that they should get those winner chicken dinner right now. Let's see, will they able to get that crucial. The first opening knock is done by Yagi. Finally he stood up and getting those pick. The chicken dinner will miss out, and the chicken dinner will be secured by none other than the one only team TMQ. And this was the first match of the day, guys, and we'll take a short break. We'll meet after a short break. Till then, stay tuned and keep supporting us. Okay, so well, ladies and gentlemen, finally here we are coming back with the third match of the day, and this is gonna be the last match as well. So I'll request each and everyone to please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream as well, and do show your support. But similarly, talking about the fly path, it's gonna be a very decent fly path to watch out, and starting from those northeastern parts of the region and ending towards those southwestern parts of the region. It's always a very challenging and very chaotic region to watch out, and we can see multiple number of fights throughout the game. But as I know, Sanok fly path doesn't matters a lot. It doesn't matters a lot. We can totally travel anywhere, from anywhere to anywhere, and we can glide through those regions. So it's always a pleasure to watch out. But beneath these things, I'll request each and everyone to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream to show your support with your friends, with your mates. And on to the other end, if we talk about the drop clashes, well, if we talk about the drop clashes, well, there you go. Team number 6 is totally leading into a drop clash, looking very much difficult and challenging for the teams and players. Let's see how will they move forward, what will be the results, what will be the momentums. But if we talk about the major ones, well, I can't see a major drop clash between those cow regions and boss region. As we can see, there are 2 or 3 teams looking very much dangerous and very much challenging. But it's not going to be that much easy, and it's not going to be that much crucial as well. You should be very much attentive, and you should also be very much legal enough to get those finishes point into their favor. But right now they are moving very slowly, very easily, and very chaotically between those things. 1.5 minutes is almost getting over, and let's see how will they play off, what will be the strategies, and what will be the momentums as well. But right now teams will be more focused on the loot basis, and they will be more focused on getting those a good amount of loot, getting those helmet vest rightly into their favor. And this is obviously very much important for each and every team. This becomes obviously very much beneathable enough for each and every team. But right now, if we talk about team number 11, getting those MP45 without M416 is a pretty much good combination. Boot camp, which is the heart of Sanok. It's a very pleasure region to move forward with. It's a very pleasure region to go forward with, and obviously it's going to be very much crucial and very much challenging for the teams and players as well. Almost 2.5 minutes will be ending in a while. But on to those another region, eastern parts. Well, this is still a region to work out. This is still a region to be chasing out onto those northern parts of the region. Well, if we talk about team number 5, they're looking in danger, because in front of them it's another team who is very much ready to take that fight, who is very much ready to initiate those fight at those early phases, and it could be obviously very much challenging and very much important as well. So between these things, I'll request each and everyone, guys, please do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your mates, with your friends, and do obviously show your support. But on to the other end, if I talk about team number 17, well, they're also looking in a great hold. They're also looking in a very great progression to maintain out, and let's see how will they playing off, what will be their strategies. 3.5 minutes is almost over. Eastern parts of the region is still looking very much chaotic, is still looking very much challenging for the teams, very much challenging for the players, and it's gonna be not that much easy. It's not gonna be that much contemporized enough for the players and teams to maintain out the same position, to maintain out the same holding. Little bit challenges could be faced between those things. But northern parts, well, there you go, some amazing fights, as we can see, is totally back in action. Some amazing technical gameplays are flowing out, and obviously this is what we were talking about, this is what we were waiting for. And finally the movements is totally, as we talk about Bakram, he's also waiting down the ground, he's also waiting down the line, and some amazing doable work play, some amazing doable the base are also in action. And let's see how will they move forward and what will be their strategies. This is also a region to worry out, this is also a region to chase out. But on to the other end, what we talk about is those eastern parts of the region. This is also looking very much difficult, this is also looking very much challenging for the team. And if we talk about the timings, well, almost 3.5 minutes has been ended. Northern parts of the region is still looking very much clusterifying, very much challenging for the team. 4.5 minutes is almost over. But we talk about the southern parts, And there you go. Southern parts is looking very much clusterifying, very much challenging. Eastern parts is always a region to worry out. In Sanok, lot of teams, lot of players go through eastern part, and we see a lot of rotation clashes through eastern parts of the region. So we could enjoy a lot. We could get those finishes point as well, but it's not going to be that much easy. Similarly, what we talk about the contemporation, what we talk about the momentum, the contemporation momentums could be very much doable. 5.5 minutes is almost over, and let's see how will they playing off, what will be the results, what will be the momentum. This also becomes very much important. This also becomes very much crucial and very much challenging for both of the teams, both of the players. And let's see how will the teams, how will they playing off. But onto the southern parts of the region, well, southern parts of the region is still very much difficult, very much challenging for both of the teams and both of the players. It's not going to be that much easy, it's not going to be that much important as well. But eastern part, well, this is still a region to worry out, where we could see multiple drop clashes, where we could see multiple, rotation clashes right now. And let's see how will be the teams, how will be the players playing forward. Between these things, I'll request each and everyone to please do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream as well. And talking about the zone formation, well, there comes the very decent zone formation to watch out. Teams and players are still waiting around those regions, teams and players are still holding around those regions. And if we talk about the major drop clashes, well, of course some major drop clashes could be seen around these region. What we were talking about, boot camp, eastern parts of the region is still a region to worry out. There are multiple teams, there are multiple players. What we talk about the consistency, what we talk about the momentums, and the same momentum, the same consistency are being maintained out, are being holded out in front of them. It's team number 11 getting those upper hand advantage. Some grenades, some throwables are being used as well. Talking about team number 15 getting those down the ground at disadvantages, I think this could be also very much crucial. This could be also very much challenging for the teams and players. Let's see how will they perform out. Let's see how will they maintain out the consistency. But right now 7.5 minutes are almost getting over. Well, 7.5 minutes is almost getting over. And if we talk about the momentums, well, momentums is very much difficult. GB Aruch, well, he is that solo player standing for the team. 12 teams, 44 players are standing out, and there you go. That was something what we were talking about. And finally, this team will get eliminated, and matches going on very slow and very approaching phase. 8.5 minutes is almost over. Team number 6 looking very much strong, team number 6 looking very much doable right now. And let's see what will be the results. Let's see what will be the proclamation approaches. Team number 9 having a great hold, having a great position to watch out. Team RA is still waiting on. 8.5 minutes are over. Some molotovs, some grenades are being used. If we talk about team number 9, well, they are also looking great in action. They're also having that multiple hold progression right now, and I don't think it's gonna be that much easy. Team number 4 still waiting on, team number 4 still doing on. In front of them it's team number 9. What we talk about the progression, what we talk about the momentums, the same momentum, the same progression are being maintained out. AC is still waiting on Kazaki, LM and Amazi. Well, all of the 3 players are waiting on. 1 finish point has been secured. 11 teams, so 40 players are still waiting on down the line. But totally agree. If we talk about Kazaki, well, he's still waiting on. 11 teams, 40 players, 9.5 minutes are almost over, and the movement's gonna be quite crucial, quite challenging for the team. What we talk about Mongani, well, Mongani is still a region to worry out. Multiple teams is moving forward. Rice Cakes, Cupcake and Diasines are still waiting on. 9.5 of the time is almost over. And this is what we're talking about. A decent time period is ended. Decent time period is almost been given to a particular region, a particular direction. But what we talk about the rotation clashes, there comes some rotation clashes. Team number 11 also looking in a great hand, a great potential to watch forward. Northern parts, well, it's acquired by team number 21, looking very much strong and very much holdable enough. 10 teams, 36 players, 9.5 minutes is almost getting over. And let's see how will be they maintaining the same progression. And if we talk about the western parts of the region, well, it's still a very difficult task to move forward with. And if I talk about team number 9, well, Messi, Bishine, Gazaki and Ilium, well, these are the 4 players standing with those 4 finishes point into the backpack. Eastern part is only secured by team number 14, so this becomes a pretty much decent task. This becomes a pretty much a decent hold to be maintained off, and it's not gonna be that much easy. 10.5 minutes is almost over, and it's gonna be very much crucial. Let's see how will the teams, how will the players perform out, what will be the results, what will be their momentums as well, and the challenges will occupy all these holdings. The challenges will occupy all this momentum. But on to the other end, if we talk about Paradise Resort, well, the name is very much crucial. The name is Paradise Resort. I don't think it's gonna be that much easy as well. Well, I'll request each and everyone to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream, do show your support, and obviously it becomes very much important to show your maximality, show your position. But southern part, it's still looking very much difficult. It's still looking very much challenging for the teams and very much challenging for the players. Let's see how will they play off, what will be the result, what will be the momentum. But on to the other end, if we talk about the northern parts of the region, it's still a region to worry out, still a region to challenge out. And if we talk about the rotation clashes, well, there comes the second rotation clash of the day. It's team number 16, who is totally indicated on those fight, who is totally indicated on those momentums. And this is what we were talking about. This is the particular momentum, this is the particular hold which we were waiting for. What we were waiting for 12 and a half minutes is almost getting over, and they come to phenomenal spread. And if we talk about say baby QQ, well, say baby QQ is the last player standing for the team. So many sprays are being done in the first knock, and it's going to the second one. That was a great obsession to note out, and finally he'll be get eliminated. 12 and a half minutes is almost getting over. And if we talk about the southern parts of the region, well, southern parts of the region is still becomes very much difficult and crucial. 9 teams, 32 players are surviving. The new zone shrink will survive just a few seconds, and even you need to be very much crucial, and even you need to be very much ready for those fight. Beneath those things, if I talk about those zone central parts of the region, it becomes very much crucial, very much challenging for each and every team whoever resides around those zone central part. It's gonna be very much important for each and every team to dedicate the whole to maintain the progression, to maintain the position. It's not gonna be that much easy. It's not gonna be that much a very slow process. It's gonna be a very much fast process for each and every team to maintain the same consistency, to maintain the same holdings. But on to the other end, if we talk about the zone formation, well, there comes the certain zone formation what we will talk about. Well, there comes the certain zone areas what we will talk about. Northern part of the region is still a region to worry out. Northern parts of the region is still a region where we could face a lot of challenges, where we could face a lot of difficulties. And let's see how will the teams, how will the players move forward, and what will be their results as well. Well, on to the other end, if we talk about the southwestern parts of the region, team number 9, well, this team has totally acquired those positions. This team has totally maintained those positions very much nicely, very much acquiringly, and I totally agree. 14 to 15 minutes is almost over. A pretty much decent areas is almost getting over. If we talk about the northern parts of the region, this is still pretty decent. It becomes very still and decent position to maintain out. But there comes some phenomenal sprays, rice cakes. He's being that solo player standing for the team, and a very challenging phase, a very challenging meet is done by the players. A very challenging gameplay is proclaimed by the players. If we talk about the southwestern part of the region, is still very much crucial. Talking about team number 6, looking in a great stand, looking in a great position, to win this match, but it's not gonna be that easy. 9 teams, 30 players, 14 to 15 minutes. Pretty good, decent time. What we talk about is over. In front of them, it's is they feel a VIP. It's Elliot's. Well, all of these players are totally engaged in this fight. 15 and a half minutes is almost getting over, but onto the other end, if we talk about Fair Christie, Elise, Yagi, XP, well, they're still standing on 4 men standing. They haven't secured any finish point yet. Talking about the northern parts of the region, it's still a very decent region to work out. Exotica, Romantica, Cinnaboni, well, all of these are 4 men standing with those one finish point. And this river, this bridge is playing a very vital role right now. Whichever team will cross this bridge, whichever team will cross this region, I think I totally agree it's going to be very much crucial and challenging. 15 and a half minutes is almost getting over. Southern parts of the region, it's still a very crucial region. Team number 18 looking very much strong, looking very much crucial in front of team number 6. Great phase 4v4 scenario has been maintained. 15 to 16 minutes is almost getting over, and let's see how will they perform out, what will be the results, what will be the momentum. It's Bailey who's still waiting on, and I don't think it's gonna be that crucial. It's gonna be that much easy, and the momentum could totally surpassed away. But this river, I think it's going to be very much deficient enough. Talking about team number 11, they're still 4 men standing with those 4 finishes point. And Nelly is moving with that MP45, and she was not known to the position of the opponent. Moving like this into the open ground, especially in Sanok, could be very much difficult, very much challenging. 9 teams, 25 players are still surviving down the line. Eastern parts is still very decent hold to drop out. Team number 8, well, they're also on a pretty much good hold, a pretty much good momentum to chase out. 16 and a half, 17 minutes is almost over. Southern parts, I think it's a pretty much good hold and pretty much good momentum to watch out. 17 minutes is almost over. Now if we talk about the northern parts, well, northern parts also becomes very much important for the teams. Well, 17, 18 players, as we can see, well, they are still waiting on, and 17 and a half minutes are almost over. Talking about team number 9, they are looking on a good hold to watch out. Talking about the southeastern parts of the region, it's very difficult, it's very challenging region to watch out. Team number 18 holding a great phase, holding a great momentum. Feezer is still holding on, and he's that solo player standing. 6 teams, 16 players, as we can see, are still surviving on. Team number 9 looking in a great hold, great position. Talking about team number 14, it's a, I think it's a solo team who is surviving inside the zone with a great hold, with a man advantage, as well as a good compound into their favor. So of course they will getting those area man advantage totally into their favor. But on the other hand, talking about team number 9 looking very dangerous, Kenzaki and Messi, well, these are the last 2 players standing for the team, going to be very much disturbing and crucial for the players. Cupcake, well, if we talk about Cupcake, she could survive on those positions. 1 finish point has been secured. 5 teams, 11 players. Northern path is still a region to worry out. And there comes the Udibu and Fucker, Q Fucker. Well, these are the 2 players standing. 12 finishes point has been secured. A good momentum has been maintained out. And 13B Messi is still moving forward. Gazaki, as we can see, is still fighting on. 9 finishes point has been secured. 5 teams, 11 players for the time being is still surviving. Let's see how will they play off. 19 and a half minutes are almost over. UMP whatever is still moving forward, and I don't think it's a 1v2 possible for Yagi. She is still drying down, and a perfect blow, perfect role of coordination and communication, as you can see, is proclaimed right now. And I think she was feeling a little bit underconfident, but right now last 4 teams, last 9 remaining players, as we can see, are still surviving. Talking about Messi, she is that solo player standing with those 10 finishes point. 4 teams, 8 players, 19 and a half minutes is almost getting lazy. Q Fucker is still surviving there. 4 teams, 7 players, and let's see what will be the results, what will be the momentum. Eastern part is still a region to worry out. Talking about the northern parts of the region, I lay me figure is that solo player standing for the team. 13 finishes point have been secured. Talking about the southern parts of the region, this is still a region to worry out, and I think this game could be won by none other than the one and only team number 18, because having those man advantages, zone advantages, and finishes point into their favor, I think this could be very much difficult. 20 to 21 minutes is almost getting over. 3 teams, 6 players are surviving down the line. If we talk about the northern parts of the region, it becomes still very much difficult. GST of Ido, well, they are still standing out. 3 teams of 6 players, as you can see, is down the ground, and last 3 teams, 6 players. A heal battle could be seen around the region, and I'm pretty much sure heal battle could be very much difficult. Messi above the ground, well, that is a pretty much decent and clever move to watch out, and I don't think it will go for a long term. It will go for a long process. But Fairy XP, Yagi, they are still moving forward. They are still waiting on, and the connection, the hold could be little bit crucial, little bit challenging for the teams, little bit challenging for the players as well. And if team number 14 tries to initiate this fight, I think with those man advantage they could win this fight. Some grenades, some throwables are being used. Similarly, 3 teams, 6 players, and a 1v2v3 scenario. No, it's not looking like a 1v3, it's looking like a 1v2v1, which could be very much difficult. I think one of the players should do a beautiful clutch, a very remembering clutch, and some grenades and some throwables are also being used. 21 to 22 minutes is almost being over, and let's see how will they perform out, what will be the results. There comes the final spray, and with those final spray, Team Fair will get that winner chicken dinner with those 6 finishes point into their favor, and that was totally very much fantastic, very much crucial to warm up this match. But this was not it, guys. This was the end for the day. But if you haven't liked the stream yet, please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream, and do show your support as well. Till then, guys, stay tuned and keep supporting us, and we'll be bringing some amazing and some, I think, unstoppable gameplays for you, some amazing unstoppable doabilities for you. Till then, I would like to wait for day 3, because day 3 could be very much important and very much mesmerizing as well.